I've been meaning to do this and keep forgetting, so I'm going to do a quick little video for you to show you my planner. There's the front of it, and then that's the inside, and then it starts out, and it's got a calendar and important dates, which I haven't done much with. Then this, just kind of self-explanatory, and I've set it up for how I use things. And then goals for the year. I don't really do like personal goals or anything, so I put down my bookish goals on here, and trying to make sure I use the subscriptions that I pay for and the books that I have. That kind of thing is basically what all this is. Then it has several pages of reading checklists where you just jot down what you read and your ratings for them. Then it has this 2-page bookshelf where you write down the books that you read and color them in as you read them. What I did was, you see how those are different colors back here. This legend goes with the colors that I'm using for the books based on the genre, so that when this is full, it will be colorful, but it will make sense. And then this is book series. Most of these are Cozy Mystery series that I'm reading. I've got to go back and fill in like the number of books that there are and what I'm on and that kind of stuff. I just haven't done that yet. And then it's got a couple pages for movie trackers, a couple pages for TV trackers, quotes. So what I'm probably planning on doing with these is, like, as I find something that I really like in a book, I'll write it down. It's got a few pages of that to give you plenty of space. A wish list. I'm not sure what I'm going to put this on. I may end up changing it to do like the book of the month books that I buy this year. I don't know, because I don't buy a lot of other books, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Then 5-star reads, and usually I've had one so far this year, and then I just used my midliner highlighters to color in what the format was that I read it in. And then this was just like blank of 2024, and it had all these 12 blank book spots. So what I did is I did them for my book club. And so we know who's doing every month, and they've already picked a book for every month except for March. The girl that's doing March has not picked hers yet, which is fine. So I wrote down what our books are, what the month is, and who picked it. And then when we read it, I can fill in the star rating, so I know what we read this year. Then this is an A to Z challenge. So with this, it's basically like if I read a book, like the last one I read was The Last Love Note. So I could do it for T for thee, or you can skip like A's and Th's and stuff, and I could do L for Last Love Note. I just haven't written those in yet because a lot of them, the books that I've read so far are like really easy letters, so I haven't messed with that yet. Then we've got 24 books in 24, where you pick, just 24 books, whatever that you want to read. So what I ended up doing, since I've got such a backlist of book of the month books, I kind of made them priority last year, and it worked well for me. I ended up reading a lot of them, so I want to do that again. So I wrote down anything from my last box, not the box that I just got in this week, but back through that I have not read. I picked 24 of them to try to get through this year. Then they do Fully Booked is the name of the planner, and they do their own reading challenge. And so what I plan on doing is as I find stuff, I'm writing it down. And remember those little printers that we have that print the little bitty pictures? I may go back later and print out a picture of the book to put on there, but I'm filling those in as I read something that meets it. As I get further on in the year, I may try to pick, okay, I have not done this. Let me try to find something that I'm interested in this. But for right now, I'm just kind of filling in as I read something, if it fits a prompt, doing it. And just a couple other challenges. This one is an on the cover challenge. This one is a reading rainbow challenge. And then they have a genre challenge, through the ages, read around the world. And then this is just a reading goal tracker. So I put this, it's got a spot for 126, but I set my Goodreads goal at 75 just in case something comes up. I read 155 this year, but that way in case something comes up and I don't read as much for whatever reason, that's fine. I don't want to set myself up to fail. And I'm just picking a random midliner as I read a book and just coloring it in that way. Then this, what I'll end up doing with that is, you see there's 12 slots. So at the end of each month, I'll pick one book that I liked the most. And then so like 1 and 2, once I get through February, I'll pick out of those 2 books which one I liked the most, and it will go here. And so on until I figure out what my favorite book of the year was. Then this is just to keep up with daily pages read. And I made myself a key down here with different pages. I did a lot of little... I grouped my pages into smaller amounts because a lot of days I'm going to read a smaller amount. It's not a lot of days that I read 200 plus pages. So I wanted to make sure, of course, this week I had 2 of those, but that was just because listening to my audiobooks. But I wanted to give myself enough space for like a day that I just read a physical book or something like that. And then at the end of the month, there are monthly reading stats where you can go through and fill all this kind of stuff in. And then the genres that you read each month. And then this is kind of like for the end of the year. You can make graphs of the genres that you read, the format, and your star ratings. And then color in to make pie graphs and color in based on what you use for your key. And then you've got a line graph you can do for the pages read. Then it's got several blank dot grid pages at the end of that section. So you could set up for whatever you need to. I haven't done that yet. Then we start the months. And so each one has a cover. And it's got your monthly view, which always... Basically, the only thing I ever keep up with monthly view is my bills. So, I can make sure that everything gets paid on time because most things are paid electronically, but they're not automatically taken out, not all of them. And so I like to keep up with that. And, that's pretty much it for that. It does have some space on the side if you want to add something. And then your most anticipated book. That's my most anticipated release, not necessarily that I'll read this month. Then each month has a books to read. And so what I'm focusing on this month is, like, of course, I'll have my book club book. I want to read at least 1 physical book for my shelves every month. At least 1 NetGalley because I want to get it down this month. I want to read at least 1 book of the month, 1 ebook, 1 Kindle Unlimited, 1 from Audible. Everand used to be Scribd, 1 from that. And then 2 from a series. That gives me 10 books. I can easily do 10 books a month. If I end up with more than that, then that's fine. But I want to try to at least hit these. But I like doing, I'm such a mood reader. I like doing these general, like just pick an Audible, just pick one on the shelves that I want to read. Because if I pick, okay, well, I want to read this specific book, by the time I get to it, I may not want to read it anymore. Then new releases. These are some of the new releases coming out this month that I'm interested in. And then I got the horizontal. So this is what my weekly spread looks like. And I just decorated it just a little bit, not much. And just with my task and things like that. It does have a place each day for the number of pages that you read. So what I'm basically doing is writing these down every day. And then I'll go back and at the end of the week, update the other parts of my planner with what I've done. And I just realized that I did all these in pink. And today I went and wrote yesterday's number down in black ink. Oh, well. What I'm doing is I'm putting on, like, on my phone in my notes app. I'm not coming to my planner every day at the end of the day and writing that number down. I'm putting it in my notes app, and that's just easier, and then I can put it in my planner. And that goes through the month. And then at the end, you have the books that you hauled. And then a wrap up with all your stats and stuff for that month. You have a blank dot grid paper, a blank lined paper, and then go to the next month. And then at the end of every 3 months, you have a quarterly check-in to do some more stats, some different stats and things there. So that's a little extra thing thrown in each month. Then at the very end, it's got some coloring pages. Oh, at the very end of December, you have a 2024 reading wrap up. You have a quarterly and then a yearly wrap up with those stats too. And then it's got some just coloring pages that you could do. And then to review books, it's got a review section. So you could write down the book, what format, the star rating, and then give some actual more information on the book itself. I don't know how many of these there are, so I may go back and start doing that. There's a lot of them. I won't write an actual review for everyone, but I thought it would be nice to have the format and where I got it from and just some more information on it. Then we've got some more dot grid pages. And some more line pages. And then the very back has a little pocket that you could put stuff in. So that's it. That's the planner so far. I'm really liking it. I'm liking having all the book stuff and my regular planner all in one. So we'll see how it goes as the year goes on. But yeah, right now I'm really happy with it.